Captain former NFL star Braylon Edwards and Ryan Ermani. Sit back and let's talk some Detroit sports right now on The Bottom Line.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to this very special holiday edition of The Bottom Line. My name is Stick, filling in for Ryan Ermani, who had some business to take care of today. That is my man Kory Woods, who's filling in for Braylon, who became an uncle today.
Congrats.
Congratulations to Braylon and his entire family. And you know, family always comes first. So Braylon taking care of his sister, doing what he should be doing today. So we're going to sit up here, talk some sports, have some fun. If you remember, about a year ago, Kory and I used to do the morning show together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we haven't been on the mic together since.
Nope. What happened was I ended up going to the Detroit Lions beat reporter role, and as soon as that kicked off, I had to make my exit.
Yeah. Well, you know, you had a lot of important work to do, and you killed it last year. I can't wait to see what you do this year. Of course, we still got Flannel Sam in here with his hot takes. How you doing today, Sam?
I'm good. It's interesting. I've never done a show with you, Kory, the whole way through. So let's do it. Let's have some fun. It's going to be a fun show.
Remember, off of your crazy Ben Wallace take, I got promoted to head of HR here, so don't tick me off because you're on thin ice, buddy.
I wouldn't dream of it, Kory. Welcome, Kory.
And then, of course, we have Maz in the big seat. How you doing today, Maz?
I'm great, man. Welcome to the summer hours of Woodward Sports. And, Kory, welcome to the big stage again.
Oh, man, it feels great. I mean, you know, got a champion shoulders. I got to make sure I'm good.
We got a heck of a show planned for you folks.
Yeah, and of course, we got Fletch in the TD booth. And we have an in-studio audience. Adam Morrissey, you may know him from the chat. He is here live with us today. So
with donuts.
Yeah, shout out to Adam for bringing in some Donut Cutter Donuts. We appreciate that, and I love Donut Cutter Donuts. Yeah, we do have a lot going on today's show. John U. Bacon is going to join us. Greg Kelser. Our man Rogelio is going to join us. We're going to talk about the Red Wings and their new hire for head coach. And, yeah, obviously it's 4th of July weekend. That's why I'm in my beautiful American hot dog garb. And by the way, if you're looking for this, you can only find it at high-end stores like Target, which is where I got it. So, yeah. If you're looking for a Bromper, that's where you go.
It's a onesie.
But it's a Bromper, man. It's not a onesie. It doesn't have the butt flap. That's what would make it a onesie if I had that butt flap.
You need that.
I do.
You could even get your headphones down there.
I know. That's the weird thing. I got the headphones coming out the crotch area right now. So, yeah, a little behind the scenes for you guys here at Woodward Sports.
I feel bad for any intern. I got to adjust that.
Sam, can you help me with the headphones?
Absolutely not.
It's 4th of July weekend. We're going to have a long weekend here. Best of shows on Monday. Do you guys have any, like, 4th of July holiday things, traditions that you do every 4th of July? Normally, obviously, you catch fireworks. For me, on a lake somewhere around here.
Well, my family tomorrow, I don't even know which park it's going to be, and I probably need to go ahead and hop in the group chat and find out, but I do know that my uncle's going to be cooking, my mom's going to be cooking, my aunt's going to be cooking. I got to make sure I get there early because my uncle's mac and cheese is the first thing to go, no matter what the holiday is.
I love that. Maz, what about you?
I have 4 sisters. My baby sister, Jenny, and my brother-in-law, Mike. My 2 nieces, Julia and Gabby, always come to visit Uncle Tommy and the family. They are here. They have landed. They are here. We're going to be having a great time this weekend. Head out to Union Lake.
Oh, that's where you're going. I'm going to be out on Union Lake this weekend.
Uncle Joe and Kathy. We'll see you on Sunday.
Where at on Union Lake are your peoples?
Uncle Joe and Aunt Kathy have a house there.
Okay.
Right on the lake. I don't know exactly where it is.
All right. I'll be right by the boat launch is where my friends live.
Yeah, we got the boat out there. We take it out there, see the nice fireworks display.
Yeah.
Commerce Township puts out a beautiful display.
Yeah.
Maybe catch a Tiger game out there this weekend. Definitely heading down to celebrate the fireworks. Well, tonight's Canada night. I know Canada Day. I know Fish is celebrating that.
Yeah, very excited.
Fireworks in there. We like to go down to Joe Muir's. We'll have a great dinner there tomorrow night. And it's just a great weekend of euchre. It's euchre. It's death euchre this weekend. It's me and my brother-in-law against my sister and my wife. We kill each other. It's to the death.
I'm a big euchre fan, so I told you, next time you need a ringer, just bring your boy in, because I'd love to play some euchre with you, Maz. And it's crazy to me how that's such a regional game, too. Like, if you get outside the Midwest, nobody even knows what the hell euchre is.
We brought it to Jersey, and my sister and brother-in-law absolutely love it.
Do you guys play pinochle at all?
I don't, but my parents and my mother-in-law does.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
used to play with my grandparents back
Yeah.
when I was a kid. I love pinochle. That's such an old people's game now. I don't know anybody my age that
Card
plays
games
pinochle.
are awesome.
I am over here wondering, like, what the F are you
I
guys
know.
talking about?
My kids, they don't want to play cards. They hate cards. I don't think young kids like card games anymore. Am I right about that?
I think they just like it on their phone.
How about you, Fletch? Do you play cards?
Oh God, my hair. I love euchre. Actually,
Okay, good.
me and my friends used to play like at lunch when we were in junior high school. We would just like sit down and play euchre all of lunch. It was that's one of my favorite games. My family doesn't play it with me though.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I learned how to play it my 7th grade year. I got cut from the basketball team, so I wrestled. And, like, on our way to go wrestle in Howell or whatever, we'd all be playing euchre in the back of the bus and stuff like that. So that's when I started playing. It's just been a part of what you do on road trips, what you do as a part of baseball when you got time between games on tournaments and stuff like that.
How about Flannel? Flannel, do you play any card games?
I'm a big poker guy myself,
Okay.
and I learned it from my grandma back in the day. She taught me right, and I still love to play. It's one of the most fun things to do, just sitting out on a summer night playing poker, and now that I'm older, play for a little money. Nothing can beat it. Nothing quite like
Well,
it.
I know my girls and like their friends, they don't want to get anywhere near a deck of cards. I don't know about you, Kory.
Nah, cards are not my thing.
No cards?
Nah, not my thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Take that back. If I'm at the casino, I play blackjack, but
Yeah.
card game sitting. Nah.
Are you sticking on 16?
Depends on what the dealer's showing.
Well, no.
Depending on how many drinks I had, because I might be feeling a little good.
No, it all depends on what the dealer's showing. You can't just give
Wait,
me
wait.
16.
If the dealer's showing a king,
I'm hitting.
I know. I'm asking
Oh,
him.
all right, sorry.
And you have 16. Are you hitting? I can tell Corey's he's sticking on 16 because he's afraid.
You got to
go
hit. You
over.
got to give yourself a chance to
Of
win. The
course.
dealer's showing 20, baby. You got to hit
I know
that.
Corey's a sticking on 16.
I don't know.
I
I might roll it. I might hit it. Yeah.
You have to hit it.
No,
You have
blackjack
to
is
hit
the
it.
only game in the casino where if you play by the book, you have better odds than the
course.
casino. It's the only game. But you also have to have a smart table with you because the
Yes.
guy sitting to the right of you can mess everything up for the entire table if he's
Third
splitting
base
queens.
is the king. Whoever's playing third base, the last guy,
Yeah.
he can control that whole table.
Yeah, I hate sitting down at a blackjack table with people who don't know how to play blackjack. And I was that person. At one, I almost got shot at Greektown Casino.
That's why
Honestly.
I'm asking Corey.
No.
Are you hitting?
What I mean, yeah, I got to. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, right when I turned
got you.
21,
I'm gonna be sick.
I went down to the casino and I'm playing blackjack, and I'm having fun, right? It's a $5 table. It's not a
Yeah.
high roller table. But this guy, like, right by me is betting $100 hands, and I'm betting $5 a hand, and I get 2 queens. I split my queens, and you would have thought I stole this dude's rent money because he got so mad at me. He started threatening
I don't
me.
think you should split your queens.
You shouldn't. I know that
Yeah.
now. Listen, it was my mistake.
God.
But,
Split aces, yes.
But even the pit boss had to come over and explain to me, like, hey, man, some people here are playing for their rent. Like,
Yeah.
you're messing with their life if you're splitting queens like a dumbass. So I learned very quickly, you do not split queens.
I was a dealer at MGM.
Were you?
Yeah.
I would love Maz as my dealer.
I was a dealer, and
not only cards.
I was too kind of a dealer and got pulled off many tables by pit bosses because I was too kind of a dealer.
I could see you being
Yes.
the nice dealer.
Too kind of a dealer.
Oh, I didn't mean to bust. Here you go. You're paid
I'm
anyways.
Otherwise, I can't take your money. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Well, 4th of July, Kory, you talked about your favorite dish, with the macaroni and cheese.
Absolutely.
I'm a deviled egg guy. I love deviled eggs at barbecues.
All are not made equal, though.
No, that's true. That's true.
All are not made equal.
That's true. If you're watching right now in the chat, let us know what your favorite food is or what you plan on doing this 4th of July. Sam, you got a favorite barbecue food?
Probably just hamburgers and hot dogs. I'm a very normal, by-the-book, traditional vanilla man.
I'm with you, man.
All right. This is a personal question.
With mac and cheese.
Do you do the slightly burnt hot dog or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, here we
100% of the time.
We're cool. I'm cool with Sam for today.
Gotta have that wiener snap, man. Back to the Coney
Back to the
reviews.
Coney review.
Gotta have that wiener snap.
Speaking of dogs, Nathan's hot dog eating contest coming up at Coney Island. Coming up on Monday.
That is such a weird event. Watching those dudes just suck down hot dogs is,
I can't do it.
yeah.
I can't do it.
Joey
It ruins
Chestnut
it for me. It ruins hot dogs for me.
Chestnut is the man. Can't beat him. Can't beat him.
What about you, Fletch? I see you over there laughing.
I'm gonna go with Sam. I'm very simple. I like want to hang out. I want to have a beer, a hamburger, or a hot dog, and I want to chill out, maybe by a fire, play some cornhole. Oh,
I like
That's
it.
my game.
Cue the Kid Rock, summertime in northern Michigan.
oh hell yes.
Yeah, I plan on being out on a lake at some point. Joey 2 times is going to eat some mushrooms. Murph says no boiled hot dogs. Yeah, boiled hot dogs are for little
Ooh,
kids.
the F boils hot dogs.
We grown-ass men now. We grill the hot dogs.
Dos Burritos still wants to know why not split kings or queens.
Because you already have a winning hand.
You had a winning hand.
You have a
can't
winning
do it.
hand. That's it.
Or at least, or the only thing that beats you
Is a 21.
Is a 21.
Yeah.
At least you do is you're getting a bust to break even.
Right. And it's tough because if the dealer is showing 13, you kind of want to double down and split your queens because you're already going to get a better than a 13 almost guaranteed. But, yeah, no, you should not split queens, kings, aces. Definitely split the aces.
Absolutely.
Pistons made some moves yesterday. Kory, you were all up on this. Marvin Bagley is coming back. Kevin is coming to Detroit.
Knox.
Not Kevin Durant, but Kevin Knox will be here. There you go. Detroit Pistons and restricted free agent Marvin Bagley III have reached an agreement on a 3-year, $37 million deal.
All he had to do was play a few good games, and he made himself some money, didn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely. He balled out. The one thing about Marvin Bagley is you're hoping that he can go ahead and stay healthy. That's been one of the real big issues over his career. But, I mean, you see the guy's potential. And also, too, look, he's only 23 years old, and he was the second overall pick in his draft. So the potential is still there. I'm not going to – the guy needs to stay healthy, but I'm not going to knock him for what he did or didn't do in Sacramento. I mean, he's had 3 head coaches already during his time there. And, I mean – you can't expect a guy to grow when he has Luke Walton or Alvin Gentry as his coach. So I think it's a great deal. The one thing I will say is that –
well, don't go too deep yet, man. We're going to talk about this coming up next,
okay,
all
my
right?
bad.
Kory's just going. He's excited about this signing.
Slow that guy down.
I love it.
So we will talk about that coming up next. But first, tell him about some foaling, Maz.
Of course. From Hamtramck, my man Chris Hutt, who is home healing up from knee surgery. Get well, Chris, and get back out there to the Foaling Warehouse. 2 ways to play. $12 unlimited open play. You can get there when they open, and you got to leave when they close, all right? That's what you got to do. Or you can have your own private lane reservation for 10 or 12 friends. It costs you $120, but you get it for 2 hours, so it's less than $10 per person. The bar is high. It's not really high. You can have any drink you want, multiple full bars, and over 100 beers, plus that $2 mystery beer machine. Bring your own food in or even have it delivered. Get your foal on. For more information, it's foalingwarehouse.com.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Ciabattas, summer salads, and dip shakes. All at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar. All on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Planet Fitness is inviting all high school teens between the ages of 14 and 19 to work out for free all summer long via the High School Summer Pass, and it goes all the way until August 31st. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Membership starts at only $10 a month, or you can get a black card for $24.99. Join today in-club online at www.planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Welcome back to the Bottom Line right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Ryan Ermani. That is Kory Woods. He's filling in for Braylon Edwards today. Braylon just became an uncle today, so he's out doing family business. Got Flannel Sam in here, Maz, and of course Fletch. And Flannel Sam, not to like critique you live on the air, this is 2022. You don't have to say www anymore.
That is a very good...
All you got to do is say whateverit.com.
And it's hard to say W that many times that fast. Try it, people. It is not easy. You know what? I'm going to cross it right out.
Yeah, cross it out. I mean, I think we're all familiar with the World Wide Web at this point. You ever see those videos like in the 90s when the internet came out and they're like, what is this www? And they're like, the internet? That'll never work.
I saw an episode of Today Show. Like I saw a YouTube of the Today Show.
That's the one I'm referring to.
They didn't know what the hell was happening.
Yeah, they're like, what are these W's for? So yeah, we're well past that as human beings. So no more www. Just say the damn website. Pistons putting in work. Troy Weaver doing those Dreamweaver things. Let's see, we're finalizing the buyout of Kemba Walker. And then yesterday, we signed Marvin Bagley to a 3-year, $37 million deal. And then, of course, we got Kevin Knox for 2 years at $6 million. But I really want to focus on the Bagley signing because, to me, I think he got the right guy at the right price. We were talking about this last week, or 2 weeks ago, I think, here, right on the Bottom Line. And we were kind of debating, where should Bagley be? Is he a max player? Not really a max player, but about $10 million a year is where you want to get him at. And we paid a little bit over that, but the potential is there. And you saw just having Bagley on the floor for a Cade Cunningham, the lob option alone. Take away everything else from Marvin Bagley's game. Just the fact that he can roll to the rim and catch those lobs from Cade Cunningham, who's getting double-teamed more than anybody else in the league as a rookie last year, it helps the offense open up.
Oh, yeah, he's a dynamic athlete. I mean, you've seen the chemistry that they had last year, and you see the potential there. They didn't – you know what? I don't even think they overpaid for him that much. I mean, you got to overpay a little bit to get guys of his talent to even come here or stay here. Obviously, he is familiar with the city now, and he loves the way that the coaching staff is helping him develop. I will say this, though. I think the Bagley signing probably signals a Kelly and Olynyk trade at some point because – they got a log jam right now in that front court, and then you also too they need to go out there and get another shooter on the wing. So I'm thinking at some point you could expect probably Kelly Olynyk to get moved because you're not. I mean, you got Durant in there, you got Bagley already locked in. You got Nerlens Noel. He's going to be a body. Stewart, you're probably going to rotate him somewhere between the 5 and the 4. So yeah, I think Olynyk's going to be the odd man out.
He's the highest paid Piston right now by about 0.3, well, 300,000 right now over Bagley. So I do think he will be moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I like Olynyk, but him being injured last year at the beginning of the season, like we missed that veteran leadership, and then just this literally turned into let the kids go out there and like learn and grow. So Olynyk, as much as I liked him on the team, I'm not gonna miss him when he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's another one of those guys where it's like, well, if he's healthy, he could be good for the offense. But if you're going to be playing that game, might as well just go ahead and play with the younger guys and let them go out there and develop. And I'm just curious to see what it's going to look like.
Right. Do you like the Bagley signing though?
I love the Bagley signing. I think that he has some injury concerns. But if he's able to stay healthy, you're getting a guy with such potential. He's only 23 years old. You're basically having another lottery pick on the roster because he was the 2nd overall pick in his draft. So you got a young nucleus growing together, and you're not having a lot of guys on contracts where you can't move on from them.
Right.
And so you just got to really just tip your cap to Troy Weaver. In 3 short years, he's just overhauled the damage done by Stan Van Gundy, and just their future's bright
on every level too. He's got the salary cap straight. He's got players coming up. We're not like taking on old contracts. We're not treading water just to get knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. Like you can feel the momentum building with this team, and it definitely feels good. And when you look at the roster now, look at the starting 5. I feel like we're going to get to a point where everybody on our starting 5 has been a top 5 pick. I mean, right now, you have Bagley, you have Cade, you have Ivy. Those 3 already top 5 picks, and that seems to be what Troy Weaver is doing. He's just accumulating all these guys who had huge potential early on. Maybe didn't work out with the situation that they're in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to work out in the NBA, period.
And another thing I do like that he's doing is he's just letting these guys go out there and develop, and he's building his own home. He's trying to do his own homegrown talent, something like what Golden State did, what the Oklahoma City Thunder did, where he came from. Get your own guys in there and be able to be in a position where you're drafting good and being able to retain those guys. Right now, where the Pistons are, they do not need to be going out and overpaying free agents. They just really don't, because then you're going to be back in the position they were in a couple of years ago. You're treading water within the 6th to 8th seed, and then you're getting bounced out in the first round. That is over and tired with. Go ahead and draft correctly, get superstars. You now have a potential superstar backcourt in Cade and Ivy. Build around that.
Yeah, I thought Adam actually had a really great quote yesterday, and it's true. I would rather be the Pistons right now than the Brooklyn Nets.
Absolutely.
And the Brooklyn Nets have KD and Kyrie.
For the moment.
So that says a lot about where we believe the Pistons are going, though, right? You know, they have what we want, but they're definitely in a tailspin going away. We want those star players here, but we have the potential. They've already seen what their potential can be, and it is not where it should be. And that leads me to the question. Give me a percentage of the Pistons getting Kevin Durant. I've been around here. Everybody's been beating me up for the past week because I think we could still get Kevin Durant. I think we got enough guys that are expendable. Oh, God, look at that picture. Oh, my God.
Who are you getting rid of?
Everybody but those three. And I'm good.
I'm going to be on. Okay, so look.
Joe Dumars said there's no sacred cows on this team.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, God, man.
To get Kevin Durant coming to the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin Durant coming.
Has about a 0% chance.
Don't do that
happening.
to me, Corey. Don't do that to me.
0%.
Why are you doing this?
Here's the thing. Yesterday, the Brooklyn Nets said that they were not entertaining any trade from the Phoenix Suns that did not involve Devin Booker.
Right, but they can't trade for Devin Booker. Was Andrew Jonah telling you about that?
Oh, yeah, that's
he's
what
part of that
saying.
clause with Ben Simmons that you can't trade.
So, again, they're out on that. They're not going to get Bam Adebayo. So, when you're the Brooklyn Nets and the Detroit Pistons call your phone asking about Kevin Durant, the first thing they're going to ask for is Cade. They're going to ask for Ivy. And then that's when, and before they even get Ivy's name out of there, off the fact they said Cade, Troy's probably going to hang up the damn phone. There's no scenario where Kevin Durant comes here where the Pistons don't give up Cade, Ivy, a whole bunch of picks and all of that. And I wouldn't give up Cade. I wouldn't give up any of their young talent that they just drafted, like Cade, Ivy, Durant. Durant maybe, but Cade or Ivy, hell no. I'm hanging up the phone. I might, matter of fact, I might not even get my hopes up and get myself played to call them and ask, because you already know what they're going to ask for.
So you think Ivy's already that cemented into the Pistons where we can't even entertain trading him for Kevin Durant?
Ivy, here's the thing.
I'm going to talk you into this, Corey. I'm going to talk you into this.
You can't talk me into this. I think right now that with Kevin Durant and his just baggage and everything that is going on with him, I don't see the Pistons trying to nuke it right now. I think they're going to try to go ahead and build this thing up there themselves, so where they can have guys that can. They're maybe not going to be on the level of Kevin Durant's level of a superstardom, but I think they're right now focused on building their own. Kevin Durant is a guy who said that he wanted to go. I guess he wanted to go out and go do it on his own.
Yep.
Go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn didn't work. Now he's requesting a trade, and the two top teams on his trade list were the best teams in each conference last year. So you're going to have that guy come over here with a young nucleus. He's going to torch their mindset. I'm sorry, I'm staying away from them.
I'm sorry.
Unless they're willing to take something like Bay, Stewart, and some of those other guys.
Bay, Stewart, Noel, 3 first
those
round
guys,
picks.
yeah,
but they're
gonna want Cade or Ivy.
And I love Bay Stewart and all them. Listen, I love those guys. I love them as Pistons. So don't think this is me just ushering them out the door. I wouldn't do that for anybody else but Kevin Durant. But I think if you got to shoot your shot, right? If you're seeing a hot girl at the bar that you know is damn near gonna shoot you down 100% of the times, guess what? There's that one time she may say yes, and then you get her, and now she's on the roster, baby.
And also, too, what is Kevin's health going to be like?
That's a question.
That's up and down. I mean,
they're not ready, guys. They're not ready.
I'm ready.
They're not ready yet.
I'm ready.
It's okay. It's all right to dream. They're not ready.
Well, you know what I also dream about? Driving one of those new Corvettes. And you know where I can get that new Corvette? At Les Stanford. And my goodness, if you haven't seen the design on these things, they are so beautiful. We're actually going to be doing a live broadcast from there coming up later on this month. So you could come check it out. Go 0 to 60 in like 0.0 seconds. Like you just touch the gas and this thing's flying. So you want to go to the Corvette King? You got to go to Les Stanford. And they also got any other car that you would like to. So go to Les Stanford and find new roads.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Yo, Scott from the Woodward Bet Show, handing out fun coupons as usual right before this holiday weekend. Hey, listen, we've been on fire. You know it, we know it, everybody knows it. Sportsbooks hate us. That's okay. You love us. That's all that matters. Listen, hey, we got a winner for you today. We're going to roll with the Colorado Rockies to beat these Arizona Diamondbacks. Both teams stink, but hey, we think Colorado's going to win, and that's all that matters. Hey, that's the way it rolls. OddsTrader.com, Woodward Bets. Check it out.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. Have a bog project coming up? Alta Rent has you covered. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That is 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Yeah, it's all about that uptime, baby. Welcome back to the bottom line right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you to everybody that's listening on the Roar right now and everybody who's downloaded our app, which is free and available for you in Google Play or Apple stores. My name is Stick. I'm filling in for Ryan Ermani today, and he's going to be off next week too, so you're going to get 5 more days of me. I'm sorry about it. I'm going to apologize early. But yeah, next week we're going to have some fun, and then Braylon Edwards became an uncle today, so he is out, and Kory Woods is sitting in. We also got Flannel Sam in here. The one, the only, the beautiful Maz, Fletch, and of course our in-studio audience, Adam Morrissey, who is also in the chat, which I like too. So Adam, let them know a little bit behind the curtain what goes on here while you're in the chat as well. And we got a special guest joining us right now, Michigan's own New York Times best-selling author. His name is John U. Bacon. Maz, you set this up.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the show, John U. How you feeling today?
What's happening, my friend?
Thank you, Sam Stick. Thank you, Kory, my new best pals, and of course my old pal Mazawey. And Tom,
What's
I mean
happening,
that
John?
never passed away, my oldest friend.
Hey, buddy. Hey, what's with this coast-to-coast new Big Ten? I don't believe it. I mean, I do believe it, but fill us in, John.
Well, I'm about as shocked as you are. That's not usually you see these things coming. You got sources out there. You hear things in advance. 2 times I was totally blindsided. One was Rutgers in Maryland back in 2012, sorry, and last night. I mean, at first you hear about this, you think April Fool's Day. What are we doing here? But yes, the Big Ten is now the biggest 10 in the history of the world. It runs from Atlantic to Pacific, so that's news.
Yeah, and what do you think this does? Because, you're thinking about this earlier, like the Pac-12 pretty much falling apart. You had Texas leave last year to join a big conference, but that's more of a regional conference. Now the Big Ten is more of a national conference, which they hold that over any other conference that's available right now. So what do you think that does, adding the number 2 television market to the Big Ten?
Short run, you just nailed it, of course. The TV contract is being negotiated right now. Guess what? Add some zeros to that one because
yes, sir.
You're about to get by far the biggest TV contract. It won't even be close now that you've got UCLA and USC. And look, I don't think they're done. I think you need to add probably Oregon and Washington. If I'm those 2, it's rats off a ship at this point. So they're going to hop, is my guess. And if you get 4 former Pac-10 teams, Pac-12 teams, whatever, then you can play some games internally before you jump over. Keep some rivalries, that kind of thing. So my guess is before it's done, you'll add those 2. Man, as a result, Northwestern University, we're talking about Purdue University, Illinois, their TV contracts will be worth 2 or 3 times what Notre Dame's independent contract is worth. You watch.
Wow.
Hey, John, I have a question for you. I was talking to one of my friends. His name's Charles Ramsey, former men's basketball coach at Eastern Michigan University, coached at Cal. And I asked him, like, Charles, what do you think about this? And he said, this move right here is a straight money grab, in my opinion. College athletics, as we know it, is a thing of the past. When you hear a quote like that about this move, what do you think about it?
First of all, Charles Ramsey is a smart guy, and he knows what he's talking about, and he's seen it from both sides. As usual, Mr. Ramsey, Coach Ramsey, has nailed it. This is a strict money grab. Two things motivated it. One, greed, and two, fear of someone else getting greedier than you. So in that sense, that's all you got. I will say this in their defense. Nobody even claimed any highfalutin enlightenment towards the student athletes or higher education. It's not about any of those things. The travel will be tough for teams like basketball. Ask Izzo about this one. He's not going to like it, I don't think. It's a straight-up money grab, and it breaks down short term. It'll be very good for the Big Ten and TV, obviously, and USC and UCLA. And I'll say in the Big Ten's defense, the Big Ten didn't say yes to these guys. The SEC is going to line right up and do it tomorrow, so they kind of had to. The flip side, though, is long term. Man, I could be prepared for a get off your lawn moment right here, Kory. But old man talking here. But football, college football, is a regional game in the way the NFL is not. When the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in your division and not in your division with the Lions for all these years, who cares, really? But when you add Rutgers, people grumble, and now, of course, you're going this much farther. These are blue blood programs, no question about that. That's very good that way. But over time, the novelty wears off. Interleague play, when we first did it, was a big thing. Now I don't even notice. You can sell novelty exactly once.
John U. Bacon joins us, New York Times bestseller, of course, our own Michigan man himself, Mr. Ann Arbor. How about Notre Dame, John? I know you brought him up. They've been hanging out on their own all these years. They got to land. They're going to land somewhere. Why not the Big Ten? They belong in the Big Ten.
All common sense says Notre Dame in the Big Ten. Look, Notre Dame South Bend is probably the geographic epicenter, or it was, of the Big Ten until yesterday, I guess. They already play, Purdue, Michigan, occasionally Ohio State, Michigan State always. That's a lock-in rivalry there for sure. But they got a dumb contract with the ACC, which they signed during COVID because they're desperate to play anybody during COVID. And that says they're basically locked in to like 2035, I think. And if they join any conference, it's going to be the ACC. Now, Notre Dame's got lawyers too, so who knows how you get out of that one. But when people ask me who the next four choices are, it's Notre Dame, maybe Missouri, and Notre Dame, in that order. So, and I know Michigan fans grumble about Notre Dame, and probably State fans do too. But so what? You get Notre Dame, man, it's over. You are now bigger than the SEC.
Wow. And that's a statement piece right there, the fact that you're taking on the SEC. One of the things I wanted to point out, too, which is good about this, the Michigan fight song may make sense now. They can actually be the champions of the West instead of residing in Michigan and claiming the West. We got a comment here on our YouTube page for you. It's from Sapper18. It says, "Hi, John. I have your book, and I highly recommend it as a leadership primer." So a lot of people reading that book, and a lot of people, obviously, as a New York Times bestseller. So congratulations to you on that.
Let them lead.
Got a question, though, about the Pac-12. What does it do? Does it dissolve at this point?
That's the GLIAC at this point, is what the Pac-12 is.
Wow.
Wednesday?
And you know what? I take it back, because the GLIAC is a fine conference. So people want to be in it, and they're not bailing. So I take it back, GLIAC. No, Pac-12 right now is just, it's wrath of a ship. Right now, I'm sure they are begging Washington and Oregon to stay, and they're about to give them whatever they want. So maybe they will stay based on who knows what they give them. But they're in deep fat trouble. And so, look at the Big 12. I mean, that's already been decimated, and you're trying to grab Houston or Memphis or somebody else in that pile. So if these two leave, look, it's Michigan, Ohio State leaving the Big Ten. It's Indiana and Purdue leaving the Big Ten in basketball. I mean, you have your foremost basketball and football schools in those two, and that probably counts for half their viewership. And the Pac-12 TV station was already not doing very well to begin with, and this all but kills it.
John, a couple more things here. People laughing, of course. Michigan finally gets to play in the Rose Bowl. We get to hear that. And then secondly, the Big Ten, will they be like the ACC? Because the ACC now is going to go just one conference. They're not going to be in divisions anymore. What do you think the new Big Ten will look like when it's all said and done?
Great question. As of like 2 weeks ago, before all this dusted up, they're talking about getting rid of divisions, having like 2 or 3 locked-in rivals, which for Michigan are obvious, Michigan State and Ohio State. With this, I don't know. I don't think you can even start carving that up until you know exactly who's playing musical chairs and who isn't. And I'm still waiting on Washington and Oregon as the most likely. If that's the case, then there you are. I think divisions make almost no sense at this point. Furthermore, one of the big motives of USC and UCLA for this is to have a straight shot at the college football playoff. Unless they're undefeated, they're not going to get there from the Pac-12. Oregon has gotten in a few times. It's very hard out there. So I think that they will want to design whatever makes it easiest for 1 and possibly 2 teams in the Big Ten to get in the college football playoff. And by the way, other shoe dropping, it's going to be 8 very soon.
Wow.
I think we pretty much covered everything. I just got one small question on the fans,
Corey.
on the fan point. How much of a pain do you think is going to be for that first Michigan USC 11 p.m. game?
If you want to hear old men groan, that'll be it.
But who do you think's regretting that travel more? The USC kids coming here in the middle of winter, or the Michigan kids going out there? I mean, a trip to LA is never a bad thing when you're from Michigan.
Right. That one, Sam, was a no-brainer, my friend. Those Michigan guys. This is how you recruit to Ann Arbor. Hey, man, we're going to USC in November.
Right.
And we're packing that day for who knows why.
Right.
Let's come home Sunday night. Why not?
Exactly.
USC. By the way, I do want to see this. USC, UCLA at Spartan Stadium at Camp Randall. See you in November with the snow and see how you do. I want to see that.
I love that.
Oh yeah, even like the Michigan State game this year. If you get that weather for a USC Michigan State game,
God.
I want Penn State, Michigan State. I want that weather. Remember that snowstorm?
Oh yeah, okay.
I want that.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful football, man. Like, they're adding really good brands here. It's not like they're just picking up, like, the Tulanes of the world. Like, they are adding brands.
And the best cheerleaders.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm not allowed to say that. I'm a happily married man, but
hey,
I do recall.
Me too, man.
I'm allowed to say it. I'm happily divorced, and yes, I'm excited for the cheerleaders. Thank you, John
Sam,
Bacon, for joining us.
Thanks, Johnny.
Sammy, I got married at 49. I skipped my first marriage. It's cheaper my way. Think about it.
There you go, buddy.
Hey, I'm hoping round 2 was better than round 1. That's all I know.
Gotta be. There you go.
Thanks, John.
Well, thank you, John.
Happy Fourth.
Have a good one.
New York Times best-selling author. Make sure you go grab his book,
Let
too.
them lead.
People in the chat are already saying it's a great book, so
It's phenomenal.
Gotta check it out.
I'm going to go check that out, too. And if you're looking for the leaders in haircuts, there's only one place to go. That is Lady Jane's right here. We operate out of their world headquarters in Birmingham, but there's a Lady Jane's near you. You come in, you sit down, you get treated like the king that you are. Precision haircuts, scalp rubs, and more. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Odds Trader.
Odds Trader.
And you know what's cool? I was on this site yesterday and looking at all the lines, and it's amazing how each sports book has a little different line. Maybe a half point here, maybe a plus 110 instead of the plus 120 over here. Odds Trader does all the work for you, so you don't got to click through like 15 different sites to find the best bet for you. So go to oddstrader.com right now for your best bet. Odds Trader, the bet station.
Hey, I got some news out of college football for you.
Uh-oh, what you got, man?
Dennis Dodd, national football writer for CBS. We just got off with Johnny U. Bacon. Thank you for that. Sources, Oregon and Washington, have been told by the Big Ten, hold your horses. We are standing pat for now, waiting on a decision by Notre Dame.
Ooh.
Notre Dame is going to be a Big Ten team.
To me, they've always has been a
They
Big
have
Ten
to
team,
be.
right?
The unofficial.
And then you know what you
Big
do?
Ten.
And then you know what you do? You take Oregon. You tell Washington to pound salt. You take Oregon.
It's crazy because when the Big Ten
That
added,
Nike branding.
when the
You
Big
got
Ten
it.
added Nebraska, I was like, man, why the hell are we all the way out in Nebraska taking teams? Now we're all the way out to California. Now you're talking about the Pacific Northwest. And can we just call it the Big Conference? Because what is there, 16 teams now? Can we drop the 10?
Yeah.
I mean,
I already told you. I told everyone years ago. It's going to be North, South, East, and West. That's college football. Those are your divisions. Those are your conferences.
but what do you call the Big Ten now? Because they're spanning. They would have to be the North, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that'll
no,
be the
because
North.
LA's Southern California. So what the hell are they? Like, this would be like the American Conference. That's what you're going to have. The American, the National.
Just take the name of it off. Well, I don't know. Call it the Big Conference. I don't know.
The
They'll
Big
let-
Conference.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll finally
Spitballing something.
they'll let the college fans name these things finally. Maybe
And then
that's-
it'll be like Bodie McBoatface, like when they
Whatever.
did that with that aircraft carrier. And
whatever the hell it is.
America can't take anything serious, which I love about us. Well, John U. Bacon, what a nice guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Never been able to talk
He's a
to him.
terrific guy.
Yeah, smart, funny.
Great interview.
Welcome back anytime here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. I am filling in for Ryan Ermani today on the bottom line. And, of course, that is Kory Woods over there filling in for newly crowned uncle Braylon Edwards, which to me,
Indeed.
uncle
Congrats.
is my favorite title that I hold in my life. I love being an uncle. You get to spoil the kids. You get to be everything, and then you just get to give them right back.
You know what? I can't wait to be an uncle, but I can wait to be an uncle. So you hear me, Kennedy? Wait.
No, my sister made me an uncle like 15 years ago, and it honestly was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love my niece and nephew more than life itself. So hi, Briar. Hi, Will. And thank you, Kendra. I appreciate you for making me an uncle. Let's get back into a little bit of basketball talk. Kind of away from the Pistons, though, because some other big names were signed to big money. And we're talking Big Ten. I'm talking big money. The Joker, the biggest NBA deal ever, 5 years.
For now.
$264 million, says $270 million up there. I can remember when I was a kid and like the first $100 million contract was signed, my dad almost flipped his lid. Like, how are they paying these guys this much? And now you're seeing guys signing for $250 million.
Do you remember the first big one, really?
Juwan Howard, wasn't it?
No, the one that spun everyone's head around.
A-Rod was the big one. that I
No,
remember.
before A-Rod. It
No.
was Magic Johnson. 25 years, $25 million. That was the big one.
God, now that's a
Yeah,
joke.
it was a joke. That was it. That was Magic Johnson. And I might be wrong on the money, but it was like that. It was that kind of contract. It was Magic Johnson.
I know it was like a super lengthy contract.
Yeah, it was a lengthy contract. They were like, "Oh wow, you're a big shot now." I think it was 1981, 82. I'll look it up.
Now that is nothing.
Oh, man, look at the man, the myth, the
Uh-oh.
legend, T. Foss coming in the building right now. Terry Foster, welcome back.
What up?
Oh, it's raining.
Too bad you weren't with the Penguin.
Terry about to
I
have
would've
a
had
white
an umbrella.
T-shirt contest.
Hey, how much did they give Magic Johnson back in the day? The first big contract.
Make
Was
sure you
that
talk into the mic, though, Terry.
Was that 25 years, 25 million?
Years, 25. It was 25 years, $25 million.
Yep.
And everybody's like, God. And then later, Isaiah got eight. He got 8 years, $16 million. And they're like, damn, Zeke, you rich.
And now look at it. Joker signing for $250 million.
Right. But before Kory dies, he's going to see the first $1 billion contract.
Oh my God!
I won't see it, but you will.
I mean, you damn near Pat Mahomes signed $400 million, so we're halfway there already.
Right. You're going to see it.
And the salary cap's not
Probably.
going down.
Well, so what are we going? Next 15? Next 20?
Yeah, what do you think, Terry? In the next 15 to 20 years, we're going to see $1 billion contract?
25.
25 years.
Okay.
We're going to get there.
Well, some other huge contracts signed yesterday. Devin Booker, 4 years, $214 million Supermax deal. And then the one that doesn't make sense to anybody but New York Knicks, apparently. Jalen Brunson, 4 years, $110 million for Jalen effing Brunson.
Well, they said the actual number's 104, but still, I do not understand how Jalen Brunson got a $100 million deal. Don't get it twisted. The guy has game.
Right.
He's a hell of a point guard, but 100 M's? Woo!
Well,
too rich for me. But this
who
is a
works for the Knicks, right? His dad's the assistant coach, and his former agent, I believe, is in the front office. That's how you get $110 million. That's how you finesse the Knicks into giving you $110 million. What he did in Dallas was fine, but come on, he ain't got a Luka to play off of in New York.
And that's what I'm just was about to say. I think that if he would have stayed in the Mavs, they were gonna. I don't even think the Mavs got a chance to offer him anything from what the reports are. I would at least went ahead and kept my meeting with him because I mean, what was the New York Knicks offer going to go anywhere? No, I don't know. So it's a moratorium period. So, congrats for him. I don't know if it's going to work out for the Knicks. This stuff never does. So,
Maz, you're a Knicks guy, right? You like the Knicks?
Yeah. The last time they won was 1973. I was 11.
Yeah. How do you feel about this Brunson signing?
I don't care.
You don't? Okay.
I don't care.
So you're past the point of even giving a damn when they're spending
I
stupid money?
give a damn, but they're not even close to even competing.
Yeah. They were 2 years ago. Remember, Randall was out the box. Like, everybody was talking about how excited they were about the Knicks.
Yeah, they weren't.
They made a little run in the playoffs,
They haven't been competing since Starks and the gang were there.
That left-handed dunk by Starks?
That was it. That was the last time they were ever competing.
Yeah. No, they got Allen Houston off us a long time ago. That's really the only good thing the Knicks have done.
I don't know what the hell happened. I really don't even know. James Dolan, he has to be kidnapped. He has to be kidnapped.
I love this comment by Pistons Talk.
I was just about to say,
Gordon vibes out for Brunson. And that's true. I mean, that's what happened with Ben Gordon. He comes off a hot series. Was it against the Celtics?
Yeah.
He was playing for the
Villanueva.
Bulls. And we signed him to pretty much a lot of money. There's a lot of stipulations that go into that. Terry can divulge more into that if we need to, but I think we've explained that enough. That Joe Dumars needed to spend money or he couldn't spend money.
I need to find if Penguin was one of those Knicks fans complaining about Patrick Ewing not doing enough.
I love Patrick Ewing. Never. What, are you kidding? Come on, man. Wow, I just saw a bolt of lightning there just when you said
lightning
that.
Bolt.
Get out of here now.
Lightning bolt.
Go on, get out of the penguin nest. Go on, get out. Look at that. Look at that.
I used to have a pair of the Patrick Ewing shoes. Do you ever see those?
My dad had a pair of those.
They were ugly as hell, but I thought I was the man with those Patrick Ewings on
Would
the
you like to sit
playground
in
at
with us,
Pleasant
T?
Lake
We'll put a seat in the
Elementary.
middle.
Terry's
Okay.
just floating.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a holiday weekend. Let's just hang out, right?
Come on, T.
But out of those three contracts, actually, out of those two contracts, who do you think's more important to their team, Joker or Booker? I'm not even going to include Brunson in this conversation.
I gotta say Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, back-to-back MVP. You take him off the Nuggets, that franchise is done. Jamal Murray hasn't really been there the past couple of years, so it's got to be Joker. And look at what the stuff that he did the stuff he did when he won his first MVP. I thought that was damn good. Last year was just like, come on.
Has there ever been a second-round pick to get paid this much money?
No.
Right.
It's the biggest contract in history.
Oh, so yeah, there's never been anybody, no matter where they're picked, to get this kind of money. I guess that logic kind of holds up. What's up, T-Foss?
That was Penguin.
Oh, what's up, Maz? You called my attention over there.
Yeah, the T-Foss.
Oh.
I wanted him to give an opinion.
Give an opinion, Terry Foster.
I want to say this is a guards league. I think Booker is more important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but, it's pretty close.
Yeah, when you look at the past NBA champions and you look at their big men haven't been like the focal point of any team to win a championship of the past. I guess if you want to give it to Anthony Davis, you can on that Lakers team, but that's still LeBron's team. But outside of that, Giannis, I guess, is another decent example, but those two are kind of freaks of nature.
But Giannis played the point, too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
he's a big man, but he's not a big man. He's not like an Ayton big man. He's like a flexible big man.
You don't want the number one pick next year. Supposedly the number one pick in the draft is a big Frenchman who plays inside the paint and doesn't shoot threes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So don't tank for the number one pick.
I hope we're not in the lottery next year. I mean, the Pistons.
You are. The Pistons will be in the lottery next year.
You don't think they're even just going to get into a play-in series? No.
Troy Weaver made sure that when he did not sign Ayton when he did not go after my man from Michigan State.
Bridges,
So,
yeah.
so he made sure they're going to be in the lottery one more year at least, and then I think maybe he'll try to build a team.
I'm dying at this shot. You guys look like a two-man bobsled team. Lean into it, man. Lean into it.
Yeah, I think when the Pistons swung that trade for to get Durant, I think that automatically took them out of the Ayton sweepstakes, and Miles Bridges took himself out of the sweepstakes from his damn self. So
yeah,
they could have stayed in the Ayton sweepstakes, but they decided not to.
It would have been. I think if they would have stayed in the Ayton sweepstakes, it would have been probably the dumbest decision they could have made. I mean, you got two guys that are already 6'11", 250. Why would you go pay $35+ million for this guy when you're going to draft this guy and he's supposed to be better than Ayton in the next couple of years?
But maybe he won't be. We don't know that.
Yeah, but I'm glad they did do it.
I think my man is betting. Weaver's betting on signing some top-notch free agents next year. Pistons, they don't want to come here. The reason I want Ayton is because this is the first time I've heard a dude on another team say, I want to be a Piston. Usually they're like,
right.
Did you say Pistons? It's a blah, 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 blah. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. They're the hell out of here.
Terry, you look like you're a ventriloquist right now. Just talking.
What do you want me to do? You know what? Stop raining,
Maz,
and I'll leave.
You got to take the mic back and tell them about chili peppers tanning while it's raining outside.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. The Jamaican bobsledding team right there, baby.
T-Foss, you need to get to right now the chili peppers tanning to stay dry at least. 27 locations, one right down the street on Woodward. That's right. They are your vitamin D headquarters. The best deals, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals in town. Check them out at chilipepperstanning.com.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Hey, everybody, it's Maz for Big Boy. That's our guy right there. You love him. I want one for my yard, by the way. It's ciabatta season at Big Boy. Summer salads, hand dip shakes, all at Big Boy. Wish I had one of those right now, right, Stick?
Oh, yeah,
Wouldn't you like to see
delicious.
me sucking down a shake right now? Try a chicken club, a chicken cordon bleu, or a sunrise ham and cheddar, all on grilled ciabatta bread, or keep it light with the Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. Don't forget to cool off with a nice hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. The cookies and cream, you had that, didn't you, Sam? I think Sam had that.
Sam gets a shake every time we go to Big Boy.
You heard it here first. Summer just got better at Big Boy. Check them out at bigboy.com.
Your camera was
Did
frozen.
you enjoy the Wings Avs 30 for 30, and did it ignite some old emotions in you?
I haven't seen it, to be honest with you.
What?
Yeah, no, we've been busy, and I'm. At night, I fall asleep, so I haven't watched it. Maybe after we get through the draft and in the summer when things quiet down, have a chance to watch it, but I haven't seen it. So.
Terry Foster about to join the show, but that was Steve Yzerman right here on the bottom line. No, we're gonna bring him on next segment. We got this. We'll bring him on during the break. We got this. We'll coordinate this chaos of a show before the holiday.
Gotta coordinate.
You gotta coordinate. You see the mushroom belt? Boom! You got the mushroom material. If you don't know that reference, educate yourself.
Yes.
But there's Steve Yzerman talking about how he hasn't seen the E60 documentary, Unrivaled. And, you know, part of that surprises me. But part of that doesn't surprise me about Steve Yzerman. He seems like he's beyond all that, and he's focusing on the tasks in front of him. And one of those tasks was getting a brand new head coach for the Detroit Red Wings, and that happened yesterday. The 28th head coach in team history, Derek LaLonde, was hired, and obviously he was assistant for Tampa Bay, which Tampa Bay went on a pretty decent run there after Stevie I left because he set them up for success. To me, this is a good signing. I trust the Yzer plan. I trust DMAC. When I talk about hockey, I pretty much refer to him as my litmus test of what's good and what's
Same
bad.
here.
And when he says trust Yzerman, he knows what the hell he's doing. I'm going to trust Yzerman because he knows what the hell he's doing.
And he brought his guy over. So I mean, that should say something right there. Just coming off of some recent post-season success. So I mean, I think it's a good move for them in the direction of the franchise going forward.
Yeah, and as long as he keeps stacking these draft picks the way he is and cashing in on them, I mean, us having obviously 2 rookies this year that were in competition for Rookie of the Year, one
Which
of them
is
actually
insane.
getting. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever experienced that in my fandom as a Red Wings fan. Maz, how you feeling about this?
You know what? I do believe in Steve Yzerman, but there's a lot of other coaches out there that I probably would have tagged instead of this guy, but he knows him. He knows him well. Why don't we hear from Steve Yzerman himself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear from him.
Yeah, let's hear from him.
What do you think, Fletch?
Fletch is searching for the video.
Yeah, for Steve, curious, there were a lot of openings and a lot of experienced coaches available that went to teams. What directed you towards LaLonde more so than an experienced coach? Is it where your team stands right now, or what did you see in him?
Yeah, I looked at all different types of coaches or degrees of experience, as you mentioned, some of the veterans, experienced guys that were out there, and kind of 2 things that I really kind of focused on were, okay, do I go with an experienced former head coach or one that's available, or do I go with a fresher face, someone who's ready to take that next step to the National Hockey League? That was one decision, and then ultimately the second part was what type of personality, what type of how they run their program, whether we use that term players coach or I don't know what and I feel ultimately I decided, taking all that into account, Derek's personality, the way he runs his program, the environment that he wants to create or has created at all the stops along the way, whether it was in Green Bay, Toledo, Iowa, and being a part of this very successful organization in Tampa. I felt like he was for all the things I was looking at, ultimately became the best fit for our team, where we are, where I'm hoping to go with it. And by no means is Derek just a players coach who's going to be a good guy and all that. I think he's a very good blend of, and this is based on talking to and people that are mutual colleagues, whether it be players, coaches, and whatnot, of how he runs his program. And I thought he was the best fit for this job.
No, he seems to like him.
Yeah, the confidence that Yzerman has, he can convince you of anything. He's just so calm, collected, methodical that's why Steve Yzerman is one of the greatest captains of all time, and I'm glad he's captaining the entire organization now. And then here's LaLonde on his thoughts of the expectations.
Derek, with what Steve and Chris and even you said about building the right foundation and doing things the right way. The fact is that this last year the Wings were flirting with playoff contention midway through the season, and then obviously things changed. But is there a reason why this team can't make a run for the playoffs this next season? And what is your level of urgency for getting this team back to the playoffs when Mo Sider has just mentioned the team's really hungry to get back to the playoffs when he just won the Calder?
Well, I think I'd have to temper expectations. We got great in Tampa when we literally we started focusing on the process. And I know it sounds like such a cliche, but to sit there and talk about making the playoffs and where we're going to be or putting a number on wins, I think that's foolish, and that can hurt you. It could go in the wrong way. For me, it's going to be the process. Obviously, some obvious things are team defense, some special team improvement, no different than any other team throughout the league. But if we take care of the process and doing the little things, if our team defense improves through our stopping on pucks habits, our risking our game on managing the puck, then we'll be improved, and hopefully that takes care of itself. But I don't know, sitting here now, if that's something that is a goal or talked about. Deep down, of course, we want to make the playoffs. We want to win. Even interviewing with Steve, just the passion of him as a patient manager, selling this as we're in the middle of a process, but man, there's some underlying passion with him too. We want to win, but we're going to do it correctly and in the right way, and it's my job to begin that process, and hopefully we're talking about playoffs sooner than later, but it's going to be about the process.
Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs?
Playoffs?
Playoffs? No, but he is kind of built in the same mode. If you're just tuning in, that was the new Red Wings head coach, Derek Lolande, talking about his expectations and how calm and collected he was. He's a reflection of Steve Yzerman, I feel, in that, it's interesting to watch the head coaches currently for the Detroit teams. Like a Dan Campbell's a come in, bite your kneecaps guy. Dwayne Casey, kind of a reserve, just going to be a matter-of-fact guy. This guy seems more like that Dwayne Casey mold than the Dan Campbell mold.
Well, yeah, he was under John Cooper, too, at Tampa Bay. The guys just won 2 championships in a row and were a game and a half away from winning their 3rd straight. So he comes from a good pedigree, and we hope Stevie picked the right guy. It looked like he waited. There were a lot of guys that got hired, but he knew he had his guy.
Yep.
He was just waiting until the NHL playoffs were over.
Well, I'm waiting.
Penguin, nobody cares about the Red Wings coach. We had tragic news today during that press conference that you haven't touched on yet.
What was the tragic news?
Avila's coming back next year.
How do you know?
We'll talk about that next, Terry.
I'll tell you
But
why.
I'm excited to see what's going on at
That
LCA.
is tragic.
I'm excited to see what's going on at LCA.
How's the District Detroit doing?
Hey, we're gonna go, guys. We got to go to break, and we'll get to this old man conversation coming up next. Okay?
Get off my lawn!
I had a nice transition planned out. You guys ruined all of it. I was gonna say I'm excited to see what's going on at LCA next year with the Red Wings, and you know what else is exciting at the LCA? Syntron. They are an official sponsor of the LCA, the Pistons, the Red Wings, the Tigers, and of course DCFC. And you can also pick up cans at Kroger now. You can get 2 cans for just $4 at select Kroger locations. So do yourself a favor, get Syntron today. When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the Bottom Line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live. All right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Bottom Line right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now and listening on the Roar. Mans, I got your headphones. Hold on. Is that better?
God.
That better,
Can
baby?
you lower them, please?
That better?
Thank you.
That better?
A little bit
All
lower.
right. All
Why
right.
are you guys
A little
smiling
lower.
up here?
I got you, Mans.
Keep going, lower.
I'm just in a good mood. I'm
Lower.
happy to be up
Stick, man,
here.
you should be frowning. You over here smiling. The Penguin's smiling.
We smile.
Warrior's smiling.
Why not
Piston your
smile?
Cheerios.
Why not?
Chris Ilitch pissed in my Cheerios.
Oh, what's the difference?
Al
We're used to
Avila
it.
is coming back
That's
next year.
fine. Who cares?
He's going to be in charge of the draft this year.
Good, let
He's
him.
going to be in charge of free agency.
Oh, God.
He's going to be in charge of trades again.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Did you hear Chris Ilitch?
I missed
What,
it.
Chris, what do you think about the Tigers? Oh, I think I'm happy with the way things
We're
are
on
going.
our way.
Yeah, he's happy with the Wings. He's happy with the Tigers. He's happy with District Detroit.
But what's he supposed to say, Terry? Is he supposed to just trash his guy?
Yes.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
that's what he's supposed to do. He should have said he doesn't have to trash the guy, but he could have said this. I'm not happy with the Tigers this year. I expected more. Instead, he says, "Oh, I see progress with the young kids." I tell you what. Tell me, Penguin, you love baseball, right?
I do. I did hear him say that.
All right.
I didn't hear him say Avila was coming back, though.
Yes, you did.
I must have tuned it off by then.
No.
You purposely
heard it
turned that out.
when he said he's happy with the way the Tigers are.
No, he was happy with the way the young kids were playing.
What young kid?
The young kids.
Riley Green.
Who? Riley Green.
Okay.
Spencer Torkelson.
No, Torkelson is awful.
No, he's not.
He's not playing well.
He's up. He's playing. He's with a major league club. That's not really major league.
He's batting 3 what?
He's
He's not.
He's batting like 198 or something.
Okay,
like that.
that's good. The number 1 pick is on your parent team. He's batting 198, and I'm happy. I'm supposed to be happy about it.
I'm not happy, Terry.
Chris Ilitch is.
He's like, I got nothing, man. You know what? I got Rogelio Castillo coming out later. I was going to bitch to him about it. You know, I got a guy in Tampa Bay. Excuse me a minute. Hold on.
If he's happy with the Tigers.
I got a guy in Tampa Bay that we traded for Austin Meadows. Austin Meadows can't get on the field, and we got a guy that we traded in Isaac Paredes. He's got 11 homers, and Nick Ilitch is saying he's only got 25 RBI. You know, the guy's an AL Player of the Week we traded.
Yeah, but Nick's argument is, listen, when we traded him away, everyone's like, that Austin Meadows deal is great. Like, everybody was on board. Now everybody's got revisionist history like, oh, this is awful. And it's like, come on, you were on board.
I'm not even talking about that. Let that trade. You know what? I like the trade. I'm glad Avila did it. But now you look back and like, oh, man, that's not so good. So I'm not going to criticize him for that. Here's what I'm going to criticize him for. What do you get for Justin Verlander?
Nothing.
Verlander isn't doing that well, though, is he?
10 wins.
Yeah, he
2.0.
He might win the Cy Young.
He will win it.
Okay.
And maybe MVP. But that's not bad. That's okay. That's okay,
you know what?
right? Is that good?
He'll throw another no-hitter, too.
Okay.
Is that good?
Pretty good.
Is that what you want out of your starting
I
pitching?
think so.
He won't be a VP this year, but he might win the Cy Young.
He'll win a World Series probably, too.
Okay.
Probably beat
What did they get for J.D. Martinez?
The Yankees and the Mets. Nothing.
Listening, nothing.
Nothing. He's going to the All-Star game.
Okay, so those are the 2 biggest pieces, and you got nothing for them.
I know. You don't gotta go over it.
I'm happy with the progress of the team. I'm happy with the young team. Come on.
I know. But he didn't say Avila was coming back.
You know, he didn't say it.
I thought I missed that.
He didn't say it.
He implied it.
But he implied it. If he's happy with the way the Tigers are going, why would he get rid of him?
See, I think that's just a lot of corporate talk, though. Like,
Nah,
I honestly think that when you're in front of people, you're not going to be sitting up there and being like, our GM is trash. I plan on getting rid of him in 3 weeks. Here's the timeline, and then you have a lame duck GM.
Because you're howdy doody.
Listen,
you and
you're
Ryan
talking to me
O'Malley
because you're
are-
sitting on this desk right now.
Howdy doody.
Oh God, here comes Adam.
Here's what you do.
Are we talking about Avila?
Adam's, get
Who's
lower,
coming back
get lower
next
so we
year?
can see you.
I got to get on my knees.
No,
Yeah, right by Max. There we go.
Thing.
Max, grab his head.
I didn't mean to mess up y'all's show, but you got to learn when owner says, "I'm happy with the way the ball club is going."
The owner's a fucking loser.
Hey, it's a family show.
This guy, I don't know. I'm always surprised when he cusses, and he makes me laugh. I just don't get it. But anyway, no. But when you say the ball clubs, and I like the way the ball club's going, they're progressing well. I like the young guys. That is saying, without saying it, Avila is coming back next year. Avila's going to do the trade.
No, he's not. No, you're over analyzing.
No, he's not. He's so right.
That's
One, Chris
definitely
Ilitch is dumb enough. Number one, never put it past Chris.
Right.
Number two, Avila is a no good fat. You know what? I don't even need to get into it. This guy has ruined the Tigers. And
I guess. Hey, Manny's here too. This is definitely a holiday show.
I can't believe it. I can't believe this guy actually said, "Oh, well, there's progress. I think we're doing a good job."
What's he supposed to say, Adam?
He's supposed to say, "I suck dick at owning a Tiger at a baseball team." I am so bad.
And you know what?
And you know what? The first step in admitting I'm bad at my job.
You guys are delusional.
The first step in admitting I'm not doing a good job is I'm going to remove the guy that I put in charge, not only as the president of operations, but also the general manager of my baseball team. So goodbye, Avila. That's step one. Then you can work towards who the next GM is, who the next president is, and you try to actually figure out how you're going to run and
But you can't do that with a lame duck. Like, you don't get up there. Listen, if you're running Woodward Sports,
too much credit.
If you're running Woodward Sports and one of the shows is absolute horrid, you're not going to go on, even though you know in 2-3 months' time you may be letting that show go. You're not going to go on and bash that show.
I mean, we planned for an exit strategy.
Yes.
Chris Ilitch does not have one. He's
How
not
do
that
you know
smart.
that?
He's
You're-
not that
you guys
smart.
are just making
This group
assumptions.
Detroit is not done. They just signed a mega deal with the NFL, and you're going to convince me that Chris Ilitch can think more than what's for breakfast tomorrow morning? Get the hell out of here, man.
Listen, try that new thin crust. It's delicious.
If you have a subpar show, you don't trash it. Right. You simply say the afternoon show could
If
be
this
better.
show sucks,
That's all you
we
do.
take all of you in that room off air, and we tell you, guys, you suck
But that's
dick.
what I'm saying.
You're not good enough. No.
But that's what I'm saying. This is a press conference. He can't do that to the public. You strip your GM of what little power he has left.
Trade deadline's coming up, and the MLB draft July 17th.
And then we'll know if this guy has some clout still or not.
He's going to be there. He's going to be there. And I'm so sad to say that. I am so sad. Because as a lifelong Tigers fan, this is probably the worst day of my life. July 1st, this fat, no-good mother, you know what, is the goddamn GM of the Detroit Tigers. And we allow it. Chris, go. Here, we're going to...
You tripped over third base yesterday and ended up being out after a triple.
Uh-oh. You know, when they put me on the morning show, my first thought was, why do I have to be on with another crazy white dude? Now I kind of like him.
Hey, he's not really white. He's not really white.
We had that discussion.
Breaking news.
He said he's white.
He's,
Oh, man,
he's not
why?
white.
Get some benefits.
He's other.
Other.
No, I asked him to be sure, because I wasn't sure how Middle Eastern people viewed themselves. He said he's white.
I always check other. I'm not white.
What are you?
I'm Arabic, 100%.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You are. But he's Arabic too.
Yeah.
He's Lebanese.
Lebanese.
But he's white.
Born and raised
I like that attitude, though. I like that attitude.
Okay,
So-
Penguin, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Avila coming back next year?
Well, you know what? If they let him
No.
draft,
This is Terry. Don't wish-wash me.
Listen to me.
Be a freaking man. You almost made me turn me into Adam.
Listen to me.
Be a man.
I'm not wishy-washy. Adam, unfortunately, is right. If they're going to let him draft on July 17th, that's a sin. Then he's back.
Okay.
He's back.
Howdy doody. Is Avila going to be back next year?
No. I don't believe he will.
Then they got to get rid of him now.
Oh, is that Braylon? They all look alike.
Who's he?
Oh, they all look alike.
Is he Buffalo Bob if he's Howdy Doody?
Buffalo.
No one got
Is
the Buffalo
Avila
Bob
gonna be
reference.
back next year?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, wake up, brother.
Okay.
I actually like you.
I love that, Terry. I love you.
But you annoy me.
Good.
Because you
Because I come with logic?
No, you don't come with logic.
At least he doesn't call you a heifer.
I did call her a heifer. No, I said you are a little bit of a heifer.
A little bit. So she's a somewhat pregnant cow?
Yeah, you can be a little bit pregnant, right? Dudes always try to play that. Oh, I didn't know she was really pregnant. I thought
Really
she was just a
pregnant.
little
She's
bit
just a
pregnant.
little pregnant.
And by definition, a heifer is an unpregnant cow, by the way. So there's nothing wrong with that. Just like if you want to call her a female dog, you could do that. But by definition, you're calling her a bitch.
Here.
And Maddie is neither of those things. She's a beautiful woman who came out and supported us get our ass kicked last night at softball.
I'm coming next week to watch you guys play.
Hell yeah. Hell
Adam
yeah.
did a triple last night and tripped over third base.
Adam did trip over third base on his triple.
Can you get me a correct password for Greg Kelser? It's telling me an incorrect password.
Well, there
Yes,
you go.
thank
Matt's hitting you with the spoiler. We got Greg Kelser joining us next right here on
Ask
the bottom
Kelser if
line.
he's coming back next year.
Stay there. You could be with Kelser. Stay there.
I'd rather have Kelser as GM of the
Good,
Tigers.
stay there.
Well, let
Don't
me
move.
tell you about our friends at Guardian Alarm. If you want Avila to stay out of your house, you call Guardian Alarm, and they will not let him in your house. And it's real easy. You call 1-800-STAY-OUT right now, and you let them know that Woodward Sports sent you, and they will hook it up. Right now, they're giving away some free monitoring devices, too, when you call 1-800-STAY-OUT. It's Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
Yeah.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Welcome back to the bottom line right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you guys for joining us on this Friday before your long holiday weekend. Hopefully you're going to be safe this 4th of July. Don't blow your fingers off. Just relax and have a good time. Celebrate your freedoms and have some fun this 4th of July. My name is Stick. I'm filling in for Ryan Ermani today. We have Kory Woods up on the desk filling in for Braylon Edwards, who just became an uncle today. Our uncle, Terry, is up here sitting in with us. Maz is here.
Uncle Fester, you mean?
We got Adam Morrissey in the back as our in-studio
At
audience.
least I'm not that little hand like you.
Of course, Flannel Sam is in here, and Fletch, and joining us via satellite, coming in, I don't know where Greg Kelser is right now, but Greg Kelser is joining the show. Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Greg.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How's it going?
Pretty good. We're just having some spirited conversation about Avila and if he's going to be back for the Tigers next year.
Will he?
We got. I'm the only one here that seems to think he won't be. Everybody else thinks he will be. What do you have a feeling on this?
No, he didn't hear the press conference. Hey, Greg, today Chris Ilitch was asked, what does he think about being patient with the Wings and the Tigers? And he said, I'm happy with the progress of the Tigers. I'm happy with District Detroit. That's saying that Avila's coming back. If you're happy with the way things are going, why would you get rid of the GM?
Hey, guys, it's always so unpredictable. It could be one thing one day, we know, and that's in all of these sports. And it could be something else the next week or the next month. So we'll just have to, I guess, wait and see. I know one thing. I know the fans in this area are thirsting for championship contending teams again. And the Lions and the Tigers, Pistons, and the Red Wings are kind of all mired in the same slump right now as far as playoff and championship contention. But somebody's going to burst out soon. Somebody will get it done, and it'll be fun again for sure.
Well, let's stick to some basketball, some good news, some GMs and coaches that we feel good about. Obviously, the Pistons with a couple big signings yesterday. The biggest one, Marvin Bagley III. Do you think that is a good signing for the Pistons? I thought they got him at a great price point, and his fit when he came on the team last year just really opened up some lob options for Cade.
I like Marvin Bagley. I thought moving to Detroit from Sacramento, he was now out from under the weight of being the number 2 pick in the draft, and those lofty expectations. He was able to come here and just really take his time, blend, and carve a niche that I think will continue to develop for him. He's got length, he's got athleticism. Yes, he's a really good pick and roll lob threat combination with Cade Cunningham, but beyond that, he can post a little bit. You can throw it inside to him, and he can get some things done from in tight when you need it. And he also demonstrated that he can stretch the floor. All of these areas he still needs a lot of improvement in, but he's young, and he looks willing. And I think that this is a good contract for him. One that he can, if he does the things that he's supposed to do, he'll double that easily next time around.
Hey, Greg, I was thinking about the Bagley signing, and I was thinking that, after they went ahead and gave Bagley his money, they now have a little bit of a log jam at the front court, and I was thinking that Kelly Olynyk trade should be coming down the pipeline. What do you think about that? And if so, what direction do you think they're going to go in? I know they have a little bit about $12 million in cap left. I was thinking they need to go out there and go grab another shooter on the wing for their offense.
You can never have too much shooting. The more shooting, the better. And that's something that Troy Weaver, general manager Troy Weaver, has talked about from the very beginning, having guys that can play out on the wings, guys that can shoot the ball from outside, put it on the floor, create some offense for themselves, do all of those things, from an offensive standpoint. And you want your big people to be able to do that too. Now, we know we're not talking about Isaiah Stewart or Jalen Duren or Bagley necessarily isoing anybody from the perimeter on in, but being able to, when people are doubled or they go to help out on penetration and the ball is kicked out to one of your big guys, you want them to at least feel confident shooting the basketball out on the perimeter, whether it's inside the arc or beyond that arc. So all of those guys should be working on that. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with Kelly Olynyk or really anybody. The thing for me, at this point, I'm like a fan, like everybody else, like you guys, wondering what it's going to look like, what it's going to be like at the very end. But I can tell you this, I'm excited because I can definitely see progress for sure along the roster.
Special K, Greg Kelser joins us, Bally Sports Detroit. Of course, he played with Magic at MSU and, of course, with the Pistons. Greg, take us back to draft night where Troy Weaver pulled a couple of rabbits out of his hat again. This guy he's something, man.
He really is. He really is. And, I was hoping that the Pistons would get one of those top 3 picks, but slipping to 5, everybody wondered, okay, who's going to be there? Listen, Jaden Ivey is a tremendous pickup in my estimation because they're saying that he's probably one of the most, if not the most, athletic player in the whole draft. And again, that speaks to what the Pistons are looking for, athleticism. And there have been favorable comparisons to Ja Morant. Well, if that's true, then, the wow factor is off the charts already. And then, to make the move to get the big fella, to shore up the interior, because they were slight on bigs last year, no question about that. So you get another young fella who again, is athletic, can rim protect, and can run, and those things are playing right into where the team is trying to go. I am not all that familiar with the young man they got in the second round. I hope to be very soon. But and then some of these trades they've made, some of these pickups they've made just of late, and of course with the free agency possibilities still kind of out there. There's a lot to be at least optimistic about. But yeah, draft night was a lot of fun, and especially hearing some of the pundits say, "Hey, the Pistons really made out. The Pistons really did this." The Pistons were getting lauded for having a really good draft night.
Yeah, it's weird to get that national attention like we have been getting. One of the things I've been catching some flack for around here is I'm planting that KD flag, and I'm trying like hell to make him a Piston. Do you even give it a 1% chance?
Nah, I don't. Because at this stage of Kevin Durant's career, to me, it's got to be about championships right now. He's 33 years old, I believe, still playing at an extremely high level, has championships. But I think for guys like KD and LeBron, their situations have to be championship now situations, and not something that's a growth situation. However, KD and Troy Weaver have history, and if it could be pulled off, then it'll be hard getting a seat in the arena next season. That's for sure.
Greg, stop feeding this guy over here. Once KD said, "Here's the teams I wanted to be traded to," and the Pistons weren't on that group, that was the end of it, right there. Bam. Now you give this man hope, and he's still going to be spewing.
I didn't give him hope. I gave him reality. I said KD's going to be looking for championship now. possibilities and opportunities.
But you know what you didn't say?
You heard it here first. Greg Kelser says KD's coming to the Pistons.
You didn't say. I told you. You didn't say hell no. Are you kidding me? This guy's a little bit nuts. That's what you need to do.
Well, you know, hell no would be it's impossible. Well, nothing's impossible. We know that.
There it is, folks. Anything is possible. Remember Kevin Garnett said that?
Yeah,
KG said it, and we could get KD with it. Same logic.
Adam's going to come and find you.
Bring
he
it,
said
Adam.
if anybody talks about KD coming to the Pistons on this network, he's going to kick their ass.
I saw that, and I know he was talking about me. And I have no problem taking Adam on at any point in time.
Okay. I can't wait. How'd you do against Easy?
Adam weighs about 200 pounds less than Easy.
Okay.
So.
I got something for Greg. Greg, what about these guys now? These players. This Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James. I can go on and on and on. I mean, they sign these contracts and then they want out of town. I mean, I just don't. I don't like it. It's a bad look. It makes the fans. I'm a fan of basketball, and it pisses me off.
Well, here's the thing. I believe that these athletes that you're talking about. Let me take Kyrie Irving out of the equation right now. But LeBron and Kevin Durant. You know, these guys. You know, they play hurt. They're out there. They're toiling. They're trying to increase a legacy that is already sturdy, but add to it. Legacies that are sturdy, but add to them. In KD's situation, I bet you he was promised something going to Brooklyn that obviously has fallen apart. So, with that being the case, he probably feels like, well, that commitment or promise has not been maintained. So, I don't feel like I should maintain mine either. It's a marriage gone bad, so to speak. In LeBron's situation, I don't know that he's trying to, bolt out of LA. I think that's still a good situation that just it needs some fixing, it needs some tweaking. But as long as he's playing at the level he is, and if you can get Anthony Davis healthy, and with Darvin Ham over there bringing some new energy and life, that situation could. This team last year, a lot of people were picking them to win the championship. So they can't be. I know they had a disastrous season, but they can't be that far off of that. Coming into this season. Now, Kyrie Irving is a totally. It's hard for me to answer any questions about Kyrie Irving because he is. I don't think he has the answers himself. He's a talented young player, but I think he's searching. I think at times he might get a little bit lost. The thing I worry about is that that great ability and talent that he has, we all know, will eventually begin to wane and then eventually totally dissipate. And then will that be when he says, "Oh God, what did I do? What did I waste?" That's the worry that I have for young players like this. I know because, I'm on, and every retired player is on that side now, wondering, did you give your all? I feel like I gave my all. I can look in the mirror and have no reservations about that. But I'm not so sure that Kyrie will be able to do that because his great, wonderful, marvelous talent right now is not being fully utilized.
Well, we got Greg Kelser joining the show right now. Greg, can you stick around for like one more minute and we'll come back and talk to you when we take a quick break because there's a couple other things we got to discuss. Not only your camp, but the Big Ten adding some big pieces to it. I want to get your opinion on that, and I know Kory's got a couple more things he wants to ask you. Can you stick around for a second?
I can stick around, guys. No problem.
Love it. Greg Kelser going to join us next right here on the Woodward Sports Network. But first, I've been drinking it all show. You should be drinking it all weekend. The Gypsy Mulligan is here. 8% alcohol, so 2 cans. It's enough for you.
Yes.
I'm telling you that right now. It gets you loose. It's iced tea, lemonade, and vodka, all put together for you in an easy-to-go container where you can take it on the golf course where you're hitting mulligans. So make sure you pick it up today. The Mulligan by Gypsy.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
All summer long, the Monroe Street Midway is open in downtown Detroit. Enjoy basketball, roller skating, mini golf, art, live music, food trucks, and more. A fun, safe event for everyone ages 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com for more info. That is deckedoutdetroit.com.
And welcome back to the bottom line. It's been kind of a hodgepodge show today. We're piecing it together, getting through this.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been great.
Hodgepodge your ass. It's been fun.
No, I love it. I love it. This is what
Hodgepodge can be fun.
This is what Woodward Sports is about.
If Adam could say
randomness.
F, I could say ass, right?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can say ass.
Yeah. All right.
Good job, man.
I already did.
You should listen to what Adam says.
Yeah, Adam. We can follow Adam and say anything and be
That's
fine. So thank you guys for joining us today. We have Terry Foster in here. We have Kory Woods. We have Maz. We have Flannel Sam. We have Fletch. We have Adam Morrissey doing the live in-studio audience. We have Alyssa behind Maz cutting hair, which is always a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you to Alyssa and
The
your
more
dress
Alyssa, the
today.
better.
Yeah, more Alyssa, less all of us. And Greg Kelser is joining us. And Greg, actually, ironically, me and you met, I think it was about 10 years ago when I was working for Channel 955. We were at a McDonald's event, and I got your number, and you came on to talk about your camp on 955 with me when I was doing a weekend shift. And here we are.
Where was the
I
McDonald's?
forget. I think it was a Detroit McDonald's, like 6 Mile in Livernois.
What did you order?
Could have been. I know I did a McDonald's event back. It was on Mack Avenue near Grosse Pointe.
I think that may be the one. Yeah, and that's
Okay.
where we met a long time ago, and we were able to talk about your camp, which is so great.
That was 2012.
My God, you have a great memory. But yeah, that was about 10 years ago when I was working for Channel 955. But tell us about your basketball camp,
It's
man,
got a couple of them
I know
coming
you've
up.
been doing it for a while, and it's a great thing for the youth.
Yes, we'll be embarking on yet another year. This is we had like 26 years in a row, and probably since 1978, that's what 42 years. We probably had at least 32 camps. We had to take that COVID hiatus that everybody was subjected to, but we're back now, and we're looking to resume. And we're going to have boys and girls, ages 7 to 17, at West Bloomfield High School. The week of July 18th through the 22nd, and then the very next week we'll be at the United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex in Pontiac. And the camps run from 9 till 2:30, and it's just a great time. But it's not just basketball. We pride ourselves on showing these kids and emphasizing to them how sports and academics can coexist. And we have a few classroom exercises that we take them through just to balance the day and offer the opportunity not to just exercise their arms and legs, but also their minds as well. So it's a fun time for everybody, and we invite folks to sign up, and they can do that at my website, GregoryKelser.com. There's a camp link there, GregoryKelser.com, and we'd love to have your boys and girls ages 7 to 17.
And what can people expect at your camp?
Well, we're going to work fundamentals. We usually do fundamentals in the morning, where we break down the game and kids go from station to station, working on various aspects of the game, like shooting and dribbling and passing and defense, rebounding, blocking out, footwork, those sort of things. And then they get a little time in the classroom, as we talked about, where we have rap sessions and we talk about life skills and things of that nature. And we have a couple of clinics where we get like a medical team that will come in and do a clinic for the kids and talk about the anatomy and the medical profession, and just open their eyes to other things that are out there as the kids are trying to figure out which paths they're going to take in their lives. And then we play games in the afternoon. We give them a chance to go up and down the court and put into practice some of the things we worked on in the morning. So it's a fun time. It goes by quickly, and it's a lot of fun for us because we really enjoy working with the kids, and we also tell the kids about how relationships can form in these camps and friendships can develop, and next thing you know, you've got a friendship that's been forged that will be lifelong.
Yeah, I remember growing up going to sports camps, man, and those are my favorite things growing up. I loved going to all of them. Let's talk about the Big Ten, though, too, right now. They added 2 new squads yesterday, 2 new schools, USC and UCLA.
I think you're unplugged again.
I'm unplugged again?
Yeah, that might.
All right, Kory, go ahead and ask him about UCLA.
You're back, Dan.
I'm back. All right.
How's that new Big Ten looking, Greg?
Yeah.
Did you see that USC and UCLA have joined the fray? We're coast to coast now, man.
Yeah, Big Ten times 2. They need to go ahead and just change that name. It's not the Big Ten anymore. What is it, 18, 20 teams now?
16 right
Anyway,
now.
okay, well, I was really shocked when I saw the 2 Southern California teams joining the conference. Man, that's going to be one hellacious road schedule for those kids, and even for the Big Ten schools that got to go and visit Southern Cal. Now they'll probably love doing that in the wintertime. Is basketball a part of this too, or is it just football?
Oh no, it's everything.
It's everything.
Including volleyball.
Well,
Everything. We're going to be the best volleyball conference in the country now. I can tell you that for sure.
Well, if you can deal with the 5-hour flight from Michigan or Ohio or Indiana, Illinois to Southern California, you're going to love it because you're going to get some weather and you're going to get a break from all the cold weather here, and it'll probably be the favorite stop for a lot of these teams. But man, when USC and UCLA got to go to Rutgers and Maryland and Penn State, that will not be the favorite on their list. I can guarantee you that. But it does make the Big Ten a whole lot more, a whole lot stronger. Immediately adding 2 quality programs like that.
Just wait till USC hockey gets a taste of this. So Greg Kelser joining us. We were talking a little bit about his basketball camp, talking right now about UCLA and USC joining. We were wondering earlier who's the next school to fall, and Notre Dame seems to be that next school. What do you think they would add to the Big Ten?
Name recognition, history, legacy, prestige, all that stuff. But man, they've been talking about Notre Dame joining the Big Ten since I was in school. I don't know that that's going to happen. I mean, it would be a coup for any conference to get a school like Notre Dame, because Notre Dame has a history that's second to none, and the following that they would bring to the conference, the draw, the money, all of those things would be incredible. So, if it were to happen, that would seem more likely to me when you consider where Notre Dame is located, as opposed to what we know now to be a fact with 2 California schools.
And Greg, I'll be remiss if I didn't ask you about this, about your fellow Spartan dog, Miles Bridges. I don't want to take a turn for the negative, but yesterday we know that he was arrested for domestic violence. Earlier today, the photos came out, and I know the NBA has not made any type of decision or ruling on him yet, or if they're even investigating yet. But what do you think is going to happen for him and his career and legally moving forward? I mean, right now he's a restricted free agent looking to sign a deal, and then this happens the day before the NBA moratorium period kicks off. Like, what do you see happening with him and his situation?
Well, you know what? This can't help things, that's for sure. I imagine his organization will stand behind him. They will try to maybe get him some help. Clearly, if these allegations are true, he needs help. We all know that there is just no room or reason for any domestic violence situations, men putting their hands on women, whether they're your wives or your girlfriends or whomever. It's just uncalled for. I like Miles. I was happy with the year he had last year. Was excited about the potential that he carries into the free agency market. But that all becomes really secondary now, because this trumps everything. This is just the very notion that this young man, is capable of something like this. It certainly runs contrary to what we all thought we knew about Miles. But if this is in fact true, then I want to see him get the help that he needs. And, he's young. He can hopefully learn from this. And, where the impact that it has on his contract negotiations, I think becomes secondary. But they certainly can't help things in that regard.
Well, Greg Kelser, thank you so much for joining the show today. Obviously, your camp, if kids want to go to that and parents want to sign them up, one more time, what's the website they have to go to?
GregoryKelser.com, not Greg. GregoryKelser.com.
We got you, man.
His mama call him Gregory. I'm going to call him Gregory.
We got you, man.
And she does.
My house, he was Gregory.
Thank you, Greg Kelser. Cannot express to you how much I'm looking forward to another Pistons season with you and Blaha back behind the mic. Johnny Kane did a great job filling in, but, that classic voice of Blaha just brings me back to Pistons, just great memories, and you and him together are a great duo. So looking forward to hearing that this season.
Hey, thanks a lot. It's good to see you all, hear you, and best of luck to each and every one of you. And it's always good to see Terry Foster back in the mix, because I know he's retired, but he's still got a lot to do. So
Terry says he's retired in his bio, but here he is.
Yeah, work on him and get him
I'm
back.
Just hanging out with the fellas.
Thank you, Greg Kelser. We appreciate you. Maz, why don't you tell them a little bit about my bookie?
I certainly will. It's my place where I go put my sports bets in. And if you are a first-timer, you got to get on it, because use the promo code Woodward. They'll double your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. And this weekend, it's UFC 276. So get on it. And matter of fact, the MyBookie community will get on it as well, because their UFC fighters are dropping their own predictions right now on the MyBookie social channels all weekend long. So don't know who to back. They're going to tell you who to back. So get on it. Use that promo code Woodward right now on MyBookie. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. If you have a gambling problem, please use the Michigan Problem Gambling Hotline, 1-800-270-7117.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Welcome back to the bottom line. Getting ready for this long weekend. Hopefully you guys got Monday off too, celebrating the 4th of July. That's why I'm in my bromper today. Got some hot dogs.
Onesie.
Got a fun. It's a bromper, Maz. A bro romper. Get it right. Discredit this beautiful. What's wrong, Kory?
I'm just trying to make sense of that NBA trade that just happened.
The Rudy Gobert trade?
Yeah, Rudy Gobert to the Timberwolves?
Why not?
That makes no sense. So are you going to put Cat at the 4?
It's just another body.
But Rudy Gobert's a starter.
Yeah.
The T-Wolves are on their way up. They know what they're doing.
All right.
A-Rod's in charge, man. A-Rod is in charge.
Rudy Gobert
that says a
will
lot.
always be the COVID guy to
He
me.
is.
I mean,
He
he's the
started
one who jumped it off in the NBA. Oh, I got COVID. Touches all the mics.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, who got COVID? Rudy Gobert.
Started here in Detroit.
So we talked a little bit of Tigers earlier with Terry Foster and Adam and Maddie and everybody else that came in when you brought up Avila's name. But let's bring in our Tigers expert from Woodward Tigers.
Yeah.
His name is Rogelio
Castillo.
How you feeling today, Rogelio?
Not too bad, gentlemen. Not too bad. By the way, that Rudy Gobert trade reminds me. Are they trying to recreate the Twin Towers? You know, Ralph Sampson,
There you go.
Olajuwon.
Yeah,
It worked a little.
Yeah, not in 2022 though, when shooting three-pointers from half court is where you want to win some ball games at.
I mean, I hate to. It's blasphemous to say it, but Karl Anthony Towns is the reigning 3-point champ.
He does hit threes. That is true.
Hey, what kind of hat you got on there, Rogelio?
This is the Charlotte Hornets, but this was the so the Charlotte Knights, which is the White Sox AAA affiliate, used to be the Charlotte Hornets back in the 60s. So this is a 1969 Charlotte Hornets hat. That's how they got the name for the Hornets from anyway.
Oh, didn't know that.
Look at that, Rogelio dropping knowledge bombs.
Sweet.
So you heard Chris Ilitch's press conference today. What are your takeaways from it? Everybody on this panel took away that Avila is not going anywhere. Not this year, not next year. Dude is sticking around for a while. I'm under the assumption that, hey, you can't just throw this guy under the bus in front of people, but they're going to move on.
I think that if anything, I take away the fact that he might be talking about it, well, the progress of while Riley Green's here, trying to be as – but in reality, I don't think anything's going to change till the end of the season. If anything does change, because you have the draft coming up in a couple weeks. There's still a lot of preparation for that. And I think that his focus maybe been with hiring the wings, maybe he'll have a chance to look at the team more. But you came away just shaking your head and just kind of like it seemed – you see in the press conference, it just seems really like robotic and not energetic about it, but – maybe there's some stuff behind the scenes that we're not aware of, but there's something's got to change. I mean, I've been very trying to be objective about it, but there's just something's got to happen. And the second half of the season, you're going to see some. I think there's going to be some really good roster turnover here in the All-Star after the All-Star break. So, but again, I was disappointed when I saw that today. It just seemed like has he been watching, or like you said, Sam. Is he going to just wait and make his move?
Well, July 17th, isn't that the draft? It don't look like he's going anywhere, man. And if he makes another draft, what the hell? That's another thrown away year.
Well, like I said, I was talking about this on the podcast last night. I think that whoever's going to make that draft decision, it's not going to come from him. He might have the final say so, but if Ryan Garco in the development department have somebody in mind already they want to target, like a bat specifically, something that somebody's going to help out relatively quickly, then I think that's who you're going to see the Tigers go after. The idea of going after a high school pitcher would be a PR nightmare to me, at least. I mean, they can develop pitching. Yeah, and they can develop pitching now with anybody. I mean, you look at the case right now outside of – you look at – Garrett Hill is down in Toledo. You have Reese Olson down in Erie. They have some other pitchers they can develop with. You got Spencer Turnbull is going to come back hopefully here in the next month or two. You have Cisnero throwing down in Lakeland. So the Tigers have plenty of pitching outside of the AA level too. They have some minor league guys they can bring up, but hitter wise, it's very, very, very empty. There's a few guys you can talk about. Cole Keefe, who's on the Baseball America list, but those guys are at least 2 or 3 years away, and they need impact bats now.
All right, how about Akil Baddoo? I see he's doing some things downtown. Maybe is he coming up anytime soon?
I think the Tigers are going to continue to take a wait-and-see approach, but if you look at the current outfield situation right now, I think they're going to – if you look at Robbie Grossman and even with Victor Reyes right now, I think Hinch is satisfied with that until at least some move of that one of those guys can, or there's an injury or something to that effect. But it's good to see Baddoo making consistent progress for the first time all season. But I think he might push the narrative when it comes down to the trade deadline, which is July 31st. But if he continues to do it, he's going to have to force his way up. And if the Tigers are not, I mean, the Tigers are, 14 and a half out right now at this case?
Don't even look at that. That doesn't matter anymore.
It's over, baby.
That doesn't matter.
No, the reason why I mentioned that is because if you're already 14 games out, why not just go, screw it, just put him up there already like they did before in the past. It's like it just reminds me of the days where the Tigers were like at some point when they were in the AL East in the early mid 90s, so they're already 21, 22 games out.
Yeah.
I'm saying is put him up there and see what he can do, and maybe move away from a guy like Grossman, because if Baddoo's going to be in the future, there you go.
Well, we're looking at picking number 12 in this year's draft. Is there anybody that's exciting for you in that position? I'm hoping a kid from my old high school, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Brock Porter, falls to us. They're having him projected to go to the Royals.
He's a pitcher.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want a pitcher.
You want this kid.
No,
you
I
want
don't.
this kid.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
100 miles an hour and an 85-mile-an-hour slider.
I don't give a damn if he goes 200 miles an hour.
What do you want then?
I want a bat.
You want proven pitching. When the Tigers were good, it was because of their pitching.
I don't want pitcher. Rogelio, please tell him.
Who are you looking at in that slot, Rogelio?
Look, I've seen Brock Porter pitch. I've seen him pitch in person, and he has an electrical arm. He has a very electrical arm. He has got a fantastic arm, live arm. There was 20 to 30 scouts there, and I understand why, in your case, why you want him, but a guy like there's a couple guys that I have in mind depending on where they fall in the draft. There's Gavin Cross, the outfielder out of Virginia Tech. You have also shortstop Brooks Lee, Cal Poly right now. There's another one. The Prospects Live mock draft had Daniel Susick, a catcher out of Arizona, falling to the Tigers. And really, a bat that can just be impactful right away would be nice. And some of those bats I just mentioned, even a guy like Jacob Berry, who is an outfield out of LSU, could be a case. But really, if there's somebody from the top 5, I mean, it would be nice to have somebody that would fall down, like maybe like Brock Jones or Tamar Johnson, but that's not going to happen. I mean, that's just wishful thinking on my part, at least. But
yeah,
overall,
CBS has a left-handed pitcher, Connor Prelip, falling to us from Alabama.
I don't care. I don't want him.
You don't want any pitcher.
No. Hey, wait. Before you say another word, Rogelio, Fletch, put up the OPS bombs right now. This is why I want a bat. These are the worst OPS guys in Major League Baseball. The Tigers and the Royals lead, well, if you want to call it lead, they lead the league, and they have 5 guys. 5 of the worst bats in baseball. And guess what? They happen to be playing each other this weekend.
Yeah, that'll be a fun game to not watch.
This should be great. What a great weekend we got coming up here, Rogelio.
No, and the thing is that whoever they get at bat, you want them at least 1 or 2 years away before they start contributing. I mean, I think that's a really good assumption, because a lot of times some of these bats you realize in the draft might be 3 or 4 years away. I think if the Tigers can find something close as possible, then maybe they can start the season at West Michigan next year rather, and can progress relatively quickly. That would be helpful. But yeah, with Jonathan Scope, the thing is that when they're talking about replacing him with Cody Clemens, it's like, but you look at his outs above average. It's, again, he's a league leader, and it's not even close. So right now we're looking at a old school baseball. Like, you remember, man, it's like some of the second basemen, like Eddie Brickman, or the guys would buy like 220, but they played really good defense. And that's what the Tigers are doing right now, and it's unfortunate because Ozzie Smith comes to mind. Well, yeah, it comes to mind on that too. But it's just, I don't know, the fact that I look at somebody like Robbie Grossman's regression rather, it's just. It looks bad, and it's just the Tigers don't have an option. I mean, you can talk about Kerry Carpenter, who's off to a good start in Toledo, but something's got to change. And the Royals have they have a first baseman, Vinny, their highly regarded prospect coming up, who came up when Carlos Santana was traded. And by the way, I'm glad Santana's gone. He has 26 career home runs against the Tigers, tied for the second highest. So the Tigers will dodge a bullet there a little bit.
What happened with him? I missed it.
He got traded to Seattle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, got traded to Seattle for a couple prospects. So so that way the Royals could bring up their highly regarded first baseman prospect. So, yeah, he's gone.
All right.
It's a little bit of an old pre for the Tigers, but I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I'll be down there tomorrow and Sunday, and it's gonna be 2 teams that battle. I don't want to say this. I hate to say this, but maybe 2 teams that battle who could care less among the fan base, because yeah.
Well, Rogelio, enjoy your holiday weekend. I wish there was some better baseball for you to watch, but you know what? This is what you signed up for, buddy, so I don't feel bad for you.
No, you know what? You're absolutely right. But I did not sign up to wear that romper, though. I mean, or excuse me, a one piece. I would like to call it.
It's called a bromper. Romper.
All he needs is a night now to hold in his hand.
Or was the feeties on there?
Yeah, the footsie.
Like all one piece.
Footsie.
Yeah, footsies,
no, they're shorts, baby. They're shorts, man. Like,
oh, you're short.
Look at these creamy thighs. Like, look at this.
They are creamy.
Go to the overhead shot, Fletch. Damn. What are we doing here? What?
You've been losing weight. You looking good, man.
Man.
Can pull it off. I can't pull something off like that right now.
Neither could I.
But,
it did look better on me when I was fatter. I'll tell you that much. Now it's a little loose.
Really?
Yeah.
You should wear that tonight on your date.
I am going to. I'm planning on wearing this the next 4 days. Every picture you see of me over this holiday weekend is going to be rocking this. So
have a great weekend, Rogelio.
See you, Raj.
Great weekend, guys.
See you, buddy. You know what they're doing this weekend for the Tigers Royals on Peacock? They got the Sunday game. They got you know how they have this Sunday early game now on Peacock? It's an announcerless baseball game. They're going with an announcerless game on Sunday. If anyone wants to, I doubt anyone will do it. But if anyone's home and they're, I don't know, hungover or something, there's an announcerless baseball game on Peacock between the Tigers and the Royals Sunday at noon. Just in case you guys are home.
So you can just turn it on and have it on in the background.
You're just going to hear background noise.
I hate that. But either way, it's going to be a good weekend. And make sure if you're out this weekend and, you know, we're all going to be around family. We're going to be around friends. And sometimes those family and friends are fighting mental addictions and they're fighting drug addictions. That's where the SMA comes in, the sports marketing agency. They can help you with those things. And they also have a podcast that is up now. It's called This Is the F Word, dealing with fentanyl. So go to thesportsma.com right now to check all that out. It's thesportsma.com.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
When you need apparel, there is only one place to go. Big Frog Novi. With Big Frog with no setup fees. Ribbit. No artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround. You can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing. Big Frog has the styles you want. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4BIG-FROG. That's bigfrog.com/Novi.
And welcome back to The Bottom Line right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today, being a part of the chat, liking, sharing, subscribing, downloading the app, which is available for you in Apple or Google Play stores. My name is Stick, filling in for Ryan Ermani. That is the one, the only Kory Woods, filling in for Braylon Edwards, who became an uncle today. So congratulations to Braylon. Maz is in here, Flannel Sam, of course, Fletch. And it is now time for the one, the only, Maz's videos of the day.
And now it's time for Maz's videos of the day, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, start you off in downtown Denver. The Colorado Avalanche have dropped the cup about 17 times already. and on their parade route, Mikko Rantanen, of the Avalanche, someone chucked him a beer, and, well, you can watch.
Go, 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 go. Right there. Go.
That's a happy hockey player.
Did he just waterboard himself a beer?
I think
is that a new thing, waterboarding beer?
I don't know. But
I mean, I'm down to try it, but it just looks weird.
Yeah, that definitely looked a lot weird.
Yeah.
Very
you can
much
say
so.
it, Kory.
Huh?
You can say it.
No.
It's white people stuff.
Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking. But
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Hey.
man, you ain't never seen an ad at an NBA championship, but you see a hockey jersey and a...
I mean, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh, that was a little more sexual.
Oh, God.
That poor Chris Bosh.
Oh, God.
J.R. Smith, though, with the 2 bottles of Henny, that's my
Anything
guy.
is possible.
That's how I'm celebrating if we ever win a championship here. You're going to see me with 2 bottles of something brown liquor.
But, man, that was a hell of a throw.
It was. It was a good toss and a good catch. They have just been drunk for days in Colorado. This one's for you, Stick.
Uh-oh.
Kitty cat for Stick. They just don't give a damn.
Cats are the best.
Look at him. He's not going to move.
Hell no, it's the cat's world.
Look, this poor guy is just trying his best to move this freaking thing. This cat don't give a damn. Look at him. Show everybody your kitty cat there, Sam.
Oh, yeah. No, someone was clowning on me in the YouTube chat the other day, calling me Cat Boy because of my tattoo.
Meow.
There's my cat tattoo. My cat-too, if you will.
Cat-too.
Shout out to Matt Hockaday in Waterford for the great tattoo.
Hey, I only got time for one more. Let's go to the last one here, Fletch. This girl, I don't know. There's some kind of party. She is the boss. Check her out. How cool is that?
I thought that was Maddie.
I thought it was.
Like Maddie, didn't it?
I said
Didn't it
that
look like
yesterday.
Maddie?
I said that in the chat yesterday. I said that's Maddie.
Yeah, crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland wife material.
I pray that my daughter doesn't do that crap. I pray.
I pray that she can. I would be so impressed if I rolled up to a house party and saw a chick smash a beer and then house it.
Oh, my God.
You know that girl's good in bed.
Oh, my God. Like I said.
She's a fighter, not a lover.
Yeah.
Have a happy 4th, everybody.
On that note, we'll leave. Thank you guys for being a part of the Woodward Sports Network. We couldn't do it without you. Go out, celebrate your freedoms this weekend. Understand why we have them here. Are we a perfect country? Hell no. I'll be the first to admit that.
Stop complaining.
Are we the best country? Hell yes. So take the good, you take the bad, take them both. There you have America. So enjoy your weekend, America. Get a bromper. Go out, have some fun. Keep your fingers safe.
Get a burn hot dog.
Flannel Sam, thank you. Maz, thank you. Kory, thank you for sitting in today on short notice. Congratulations to Braylon, Fletch, and, of course, Adam. Thank you for bringing in the donuts today. You guys have a great one. We will be back on Tuesday. Enjoy your long weekend.